with you guys, and the reason he wasn't getting a call back.
What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica, and we are down here. This is not going to be a long video at all. We're just down here to talk about Kwame Brown and what has been going on online for the past week. Basically, Steven Jackson, remember who Steven Jackson is? Steven Jackson is the man who got online, like it was like at the beginning or at the end of 2019, and said that cops were, or black women were worse than cops. And then about a few months later, a cop killed his friend on television for everyone to see, George Floyd. And him and Matt Barnes, Becky with the good hair, you will forever, you will forever be called that, bitch. When he called Matt Barnes Becky with the good hair, when I tell you I laid on the floor, died and resurrected, baby, pushed the damn stone over out of the damn cave and came out and died again. I hollered. Now, Kwame Brown is also from the same town that Charlemagne is from, Moncks Corner, South Carolina. And after Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson were talking shit, now apparently this is a consistent thing when it comes to Kwame Brown, I guess based on his performance in sports, right? I believe he was like a first round draft or some shit. He was like picked first, and he just wasn't, and he just didn't live up to the hype. So let me know if I'm wrong, but I presume that's why it's an ongoing joke. And I think he's finally had enough. And so, it says jabs that he has gotten over the last 20 years. And if somebody's been fucking with you for 20 years, after a while, you're going to say, you know what? I got something to say. Let me turn my goddamn camera on and talk. And that's what Kwame Brown has been doing over the last week. But it wasn't just Steven Jackson and Matt Barnes. He got in Charlemagne's ass. But he got in Charlemagne's ass over something very, very, very serious. And this allegation and this, Charlemagne was charged with sexual assault of a minor. I think he was 22 years old, and the little girl was 15 years old. And I don't know how he's evaded it. I don't know what happened on how he pled or what happened in the case. But Charlemagne, as we all do, we were down here talking about what happened with Kwame Brown. But Charlemagne has a connection to him because they're from the same town, and so he knows their family. So when he was on the Breakfast Club, he was talking about leave Kwame Brown alone because his family, they don't play, okay? And he was like, so just leave him alone. And then he started discussing Kwame Brown's family history. And apparently Kwame Brown said there were some details that Charlemagne, talked about that he didn't know himself. I don't know how that is possible, how Charlemagne knows something about how somebody died and you didn't. Okay, whatever. Baby, he has been online. Yeah, Charlemagne was arrested in 2001 on a warrant stemming from a charge of criminal sexual conduct with a minor in the second degree for an incident that allegedly occurred a month before. More specifically, the documents accuse the then 22-year-old Charlemagne of willfully, unlawfully, and feloniously engage in penile and vaginal intercourse with a 15-year-old female child. So when you have to be mindful when you have things like that in your history book, and be mindful when you're talking about people, because evidently Charlemagne has sent him a cease and desist to stop talking about it. But he's not the only one Kwame Brown's ass was on. He got on Gilbert Arenas' ass. He got on Stephen A. Smith. I think he said if you pull Stephen A. Smith's skin back, He'll be a white man. He got on Jamel Hill's ass. Now, you know, I don't really see it for Jamel Hill. I think she is a cornball, like an extremely poorly timed joke. That is all that Jamel Hill is. She's like Lena Waithe with the super obvious black kind of joke, stereotypical. Her jokes never land. He got on DJ Envy and he got on Angela Yee's ass. He got on everybody's ass. And it's just been, he called that boy Becky with the good hair. It was a wrap for me. I'll tell you, I laid out on the floor and screamed. Because, you know, and then he's been getting on live almost every day with 20,000 people wanting to hear what he has to say. And I was like, who the hell is Kwame Brown? Like, I have honestly never heard of Kwame Brown, and that might speak to why all the jokes are being made about him. I love your hair, little boy. I wish I could scream out of the window and tell him I love his green hair. Little black kids with different color hair. Shout out to their parents that allow their children to express themselves through their clothes and hair and just express themselves. Anyways, so Kwame Brown, I don't know anything about him. I didn't know anything about him. Like I said, and that might be the reason why there's so many jokes, but I bet you they'll leave his ass alone. When I tell you, he cussed them people out like a good old southern ass man, like an old ass southern man. And then who did he get on? Okay, so Jamel Hill, the funniest shit to me is when Jamel Hill, she wanted to get in on the commentary. I think it's funny because everybody who's trying to get in on the commentary of Steven Jackson, he's laying them out. Laying their asses out, okay? I don't know what's wrong. This camera, I got the camera on the wrong side. The camera is usually on this side and I have it on this side. Okay, anyway. So that's what's going on with Kwame Brown. But with Jamel Hill, she wanted to get in on the jokes. How cute. She said Kwame Brown woke up and chose violence today, right? He didn't get the Game of Thrones reference, so he cussed her ass out. He was like, why the hell would you get on the internet and say this, I'm a black man and I'm choosing violence? What the hell are you talking about? I mean, when I tell you he cussed her ass out, y'all better shut up. If y'all got anything to say about Steven Jackson, if y'all got anything to say about Kwame Brown, think again, because he's not holding anything back. And he's like talking real shit. Like what he said about Charlemagne, like, nigga, I know the real story about you and what happened. So just like you know all my family history, nigga, I know your shit too. So keep talking. I'm trying to look in the camera. So keep talking. Anyways, y'all, that's all y'all wanted me to talk about Kwame Brown. I screamed. I would put in some clips of him, but he was really mad. Jamel Hill was funny to me because I don't really care for her. I don't really care. She's so corny to me. I don't really care. She's like a Lena Waithe to me, like corny. And when he got in her ass, I was like, see, that's what you get. You need to be quiet. And she didn't. Did she tag him? I don't even think she tagged him. And he was like, hold up, I got something for your ass too. I think he called her a coon, just like Stephen A. Smith. He told her, if I pull the skin back on your ass, you'll be a white woman too. Anyways, y'all, take care of each other and stay out of Kwame Brown's way, okay? Peace.